Hello everyone. Once again, we are starting our practicals. So what we have done in our previous video, we have done some dynamic implementing our dynamic routing protocols. We have just checked how Array version 1 version 2 is working, and also I have just checked practical demo that the basic configuration how ERP protocol is working. Now today we are just watching how OSPF we are implementing on the routers. So we are just open our packet tracer. Okay. So what are the tasks? First we have to make the topology to verify this OSPF routing protocol. So we are just selecting the routers. Router 1, router 2, router 3, router 4, router 5. In OSPF, we can take multiple routers because it supports so many routers. So there is no limit of at how many routers you are using here. Just doing the basic practicals of OSPF. Suppose I am taking 5 routers and we have to check that it is working fine or not. So I am making the topology first. Now connecting the PCs. Fine. Just connecting all the routers with the cables. First we check what are the modules here. We are checking that in this router there is no serial modules. So for WAN connectivity, we just prefer that is serial cables. So first we add this module. Just booting now. Same thing I will do for other routers. Okay, now router booted. So first we have connect the serial cables. So we have connected the LAN interface and the WAN interface with router. Now also we are connecting PC for verification. We're just learning that how we are implementing the OSPF routing protocol here. That's for basic knowledge that how the OSPF router is performing routing. Later we will do the practicals. So we have just connected our PCs with our switches. Now it looks fine. Okay. So what IP will assign to each segment? Suppose I am assigning IP here. One IP, it is 1.8. Here it will be 1, here will be 2. Here will be 3. Here their value is 8. Here will be 4. Okay. Now in LAN interface 192.168.10.0 plus 24. Here we are using 192.168.30.0 plus 24 subnet. Here we use 192.168 wait. Here we assign 20. 20.0 slash 24, and here we have to assign 30. 192.168 30.0 plus 24. Here will be 192.168 40.0 plus 24. 10, 20, 30, 40, and here we will use 50. 192.168 10.50 plus 24. Okay, first we save it. Okay, we have looked at topology and we have planned that what IP will assign here. Here will be 1, here 2, here 2.1, 2.2, here 3.1, 3.2, here 4.1, 4.2, here it is 10.1, 20.1, 30.1, 40.1, 50.1. And according to this, we will assign the IP address to the PC. So first we log in one by one to each router. First we have configured the topology. Now second step is that we have to assign the IP address of all active interfaces. In this router there are two active interfaces. This is your LAN, this is your WAN. So first we assign the IP address of each to each interface. Okay, just go there. So this is the file interface, serial 0/1/0, IP address 1.1.1. sorry, IP address 1.1.1.1 255.0, no shut. Same we have to interface, we have to 0/0/0. You can verify it here. It is 0/0/0. Here will IP address is 192.168.10.1 255.255.255. It is a class A IP address. Then another command, no shut. Okay. We have checked so IP interface brief. Okay. For this router we have done. Go to another router number 2. No config T. Router 2. Okay. Interface serial 0/1/0. Address, it will be 1.1.1.2 255.0.0.0. Okay, then no shut. Now interface, you got it, 0/0/0. The address 192.168 is 20.1 255.255.255.0. It is a LAN interface, no shut. We have to do a write command to save our configuration here. Now go to router number 3. config T host router number 3. So IP interface brief. Go to WAN interface serial 0/1/0. IP address for router number 3. What is the IP address? Router 1, router 2, router 3. Okay. So we are currently on this interface. First we complete all the IP of this interface. That will make confusion. Okay. Because we have just scanned out topology. So what we assign on series interface, we have got 1.1.1. So we have to assign on 0/1/0, that of this router number 2. So we have to go to this router number. We have to check have we assigned it or not. So IP interface brief. Okay, we have assigned 1.1.2. Now this router is connected with this router. Okay, so we have to assign IP address here also. So go here, config T interface serial 0/1/1. IP address, it will be 2.2.2.1 2.5.0.0. Okay, has been class A IP address. Now check. So IP interface brief. Okay, we have assigned the IP on 0/1 interface 0/1/1. Okay, now we have to log into this router and we have assigned 2.2 on this interface. Let's go here. For the interface is 0/1/0. So 0/1/0, we have said IP address, it will be 2.2.2.2 2.0.0, right? Then no shut. Right? Now another interface is 0/1/1. 0/1/1. It is here, so we have set 3.3.3.1. Okay. Config T interface serial. What is that? 0/1/1. IP address, it will be 3.3.3.1 okay, then no shut. Okay, so IP interface brief, but we have not seen on the LAN interface. Okay, so we have to go to the LAN interface. We're going 0 what is the address? What is that? 1030 192.168 is 30.1 255.255.255.0. okay, then no shut. Right, so IP interface brief. Okay, we have assigned the IP address on this interface, route number 3. Now we have given 011. Okay, it is 011. Now we have to go to this router and assign IP address on 010. Clear? 010. Enable config T, host name is router number 4, do show IP interface brief. So we have to go on which interface? We have to go to 010 interface. Interface serial 0/1/0. And IP address, it will be what? It will be 3.3.3.2 255.0.0.0. Okay, then it will be no shut. Okay, now our interface is 011, so we have to configure here also. Interface serial 0/1/1. IP address, what address you required here? This is 4 network is there, so you require 4.1. okay, so 4.4.4.1 255.0.0. then no shut. Now go to the LAN interface. You can say 0/0/0. IP address, what will be? It will be 4th router 192.168. There will be 40.1 255.255.255.0. okay, then no shut. So IP interface brief. Okay, we have assigned LAN interface. So I think the last router is there. It is 010. So we have assigned 4.4.4.1 here. We have assigned 2 dot on this router. Okay. No. Config T. Hostname is router number 5. So IP is brief. What is the interface? What is the interface here? It is 010. Interface serial 0/1/0. IP address, it will be what? 4.4.4.2 255.0.0.0. Then next command. Okay, now go to the LAN interface. You can have 0/0/0. IP address 192.168 50.1 255.255.255.0. no shit. So first we have to write all these things. Right? Okay. Then check. All interface looks up. All are in green color. Okay, means you have configured the topology, you have configured the IP address on each interface. Now next part is that we have to check is routing is enabled or not. So what we'll do, first we go to this router, show IP interface brief, check it here. So what are the interface here? What are the networks are there? 10.1 and 1.1 network is, that is 10 network is there and 1 network is there. And any routing protocol is implemented here, show IP protocols. There is no protocol just in it. We have just configured the, that is make a topology and assign the IP address to the active interface. Okay, and just first save it because we will use in other practicals to save our time. Okay, so now we have understand that how to configure the IP address to the active interface if so many routers are connected here. So what is my task? My task is that the user which is sitting here is it able to access this PC or this PC or this PC or this PC? We are using this packet tracer and looking that all are just close to each other. But in the real scenario, these routers are this red line just represent it is a WAN connection, means there are so many city may be different in there. The distance may be longer. So in that case, what just basic thing we have to configure on the each router. I am just sharing my thoughts here. Okay. So first assign the IP address on this PC also. I am giving only currently a static IP 192.168. It will be 10.3 classy IP address and its default gateway 192.168 10.1. Same thing, I am just going to this network, go here 192.168 20.3, submit mask, this gateway 192.168 20.1. For this PC, 192.168, it will be 30.3, and here 192.168 30.1. Same thing, just assign IP address on each PCs. 192.168 is 40.3 and this 192.168 40.1. And here finally it is 50.1 network 192.168 50.3 and here and this. So we have just completed just assigning the IP address to a PC also. Okay, now first we have to check, just cross verify that we have just configured the IP address. Okay, we have to just check. Suppose I am just connecting one more PC here. I just want to show you something. Suppose I am connecting one more PC here and one PC also here also. I am just connecting with this cable. Suppose connected with another interface, and here it also connected with giving IP address. Next available IP address, what will be 192.168 10.3 of that. Now here 10.4. Okay, 192.168 10.1 here, and in this case it will be 50.4. 192.168 50.4 and 50.1 is the gateway address. 192.168 50.1. So So we have just connect two PCs on this network and two PCs on this network. First, suppose router is not present here. This PC want to share any data to this PC. So what are the minimum requirements? That both PCs should have on the just connect on the same network. So we have assigned the class C IP address to both PC. So it means that we have connected with this switch, and this PC should communicate with this PC. So first check cross verify. What is the PC0 IP address? IP config. We are entering this command to find what is the IP address assigned on this PCs. So 10.3 is the IP address of this PC and 10.4 is this PC. So first I am just ping 192.168 10.3, that's the self PC, that analysis is working fine here. Okay. Second, we have to check 10.4 is pinging or not. Yes, it's pinging. Okay. So if we are not using a router, then also this PC can communicate with this PC. And if you want that you don't want to use this switch and you want that this PC should communicate with each other, then you have to connect with both PC with a cross cable. So this is the point that if you want to communicate with between the similar devices, you have to connect it with the crossover cable. And if you want to connect with that is not similar device, you are connecting with a switch, that's PC with switch. You are just connecting with that is the straight through cable. So in both the scenario, we have just cross verified that this PC is pinging with this PC. Okay, but if I want to ping this PC, that is 10.3 to 50.3 or 50.4, then what will happen? Suppose I want to ping it 50.3. What is the destination host not reachable? Host unreachable. And we are pinging 50.4, same result you are finding. And if you are pinging to any PC, same result you will find out. For cross verify, you can check it also. Suppose I am pinging 40.4, same result. Okay, R40.3 was that. Yeah, same result. So we have to resolve this issue. Okay, we have to resolve this issue. This PC is able to ping with this PC because both PC are connected on the same network. But if this PC just want to connect with another network, then the requirement are layer IP device. So we are using here a IP device, that is a router. We are using a ISR 4331 router. So we are implementing the routing here. So first I want to show that what routes this router contains. You already know this router number 1 have two networks, 10.1 and one network. Okay, 10.10 network and one network. So when I go to this, so there three main commands are there. So IP OSPF mirror, so IP OSPF database, so IP protocols, so IP valve. These are the commands for troubleshooting. So first we have to check what are the routes this router contains. So IP route. When I hit this command, you can check when two networks are there, 1.0 and 10.0. These are the directly connected routes are there, which already this router number 1 knows. But there is no entry of 20 network, 30 network, 40 network, 50 network. That's why this PC is not able to ping to this PC. So to resolve this issue, we are just implementing the routing here. So already I just informed you that how we can do the routing. We can do the static routing, we can do the default routing, we can do the dynamic routing. So in dynamic routing we can use RIP version 1, RIP version 2, EIGRP, OSPF. So these protocols we are just implemented here for just to check the practical verification. Now in this scenario I am using OSPF to get the results. So let's check how I am configuring OSPF just for your knowledge. Okay, I'm implementing OSPF on this router. It's very simple. You want two commands you have to enter. Go to config mode, config T, router OSPF. Router OSPF, then you have to make a process ID. That what you have to make process ID, maybe you can enter between from 1 to 6 5 5 3 5. Any number you can assign, but you suppose if you are implementing, then all router IDs for OSPF should be the same. Suppose I am using 10 here. Okay, so I will implement process ID 10 for each router in this topology. Okay, so what are the networks here? You can check, it is 1.0 and 10.0. So I am implementing network 1.0.0.0. Okay, but here you cannot left like this like rate RERGRP. Here you have to enter the wildcard mask. So later I will inform you that how you can calculate the wildcard mask. But for current, you just know that to find the wildcard mask, you have to just subtract with its global subnet mask, that is 255, 255, 255, 255. When you subtract, you get the wildcard mask of that particular network. So in this case, it is a class A IP address. Its subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. Sorry, right? So when you subtract with 255, then what result will get? You will get 0.255.255.255. Then you have to enter the area. That is we are assuming that all these routers are in area 0. That is called as the backbone area. Okay, we will discuss it later, but first you understood that this is area 0. All routers are in the area 0. So we are just entering the command area 0. Router paper network this area 0. Anything else? No. Now you enter the command. Means your command runs, it's fine. Then another network which is there, that is 10.0. So just do the same thing, they are in the same area. Then we are entering here, what is the, just you have to observe that subnet mask is different for class A and class B. So just delete it, write once again, its network is 192.168.10.0. So it is 192.168.10.0. Here it is okay. But when you enter the subnet mask, you have to write the wildcard mask in case of OSPF. So you already know what is the subnet mask of the class A IP address. It's 255.255.255.0, right? So when you just subtract with the global subnet mask, then what do you get? You get 255 minus 255 means 0.0, then 0, then last was it will come 255. Okay, then it will be area 0. I think you understood that if there is a class C, then what will the wildcard mask? It is 0.0.0.255, and when the class A, it will be 0.255.255.255. Clear? So this same thing we have to implement on each router which are directly connected with their interfaces. Okay, first we write it. Okay, now go to router number 2. Let's go to this router number 2. Enter the command enable config T router OSPF 10 is the process ID. Then what is the network? I don't know. First we verify what is the network. Just enter this command. So IP interface brief. The networks. So IP route. You can put this command also for verify. What are the complete networks? It is 1.0, 2.0 and 20.0. So just configure it. Config T router OSPF 10 is the process ID. Then same thing, it is network. What is the network? It is 1.0, 1.0.0.0. What is subnet mask? Minus with global subnet mask. It will be 0.255.255.255. Is it okay? Minus with 255, you will get this result. Okay? Then area 0. Fine? Another network is also there. 2.0 is there. Just enter the up arrow key and change the network address. It is 2. Then for classy IP address, here is the classy. So just write it. Network, what is 192.168, it is 20.0. Then the classy IP address. Classy IP address 7 mask is 255.255.255.0. So here in this case it will be 0 minus 0.0.0. Then last one will be 255 and area 0. Okay. Write it. Now go to router number 3. Now enter the shortcut command. So IP route. These are connected nodes 2, 3 and this one. Go to the config T, router OSP of 10, network, what is classy IP address? It is 2.0, 2.0.0.0. Then same address of class is 255.0.0. So if the subtype is subnet mask, it will be 0, then 255.255.255, and whatever it will be in area 0. Just it here. What is network? Another network is 3. So just go here and okay. Now we have classy IP address is 30.0, network 192.168, 30.0. Now what is 255.255.255.0? Minus it will be 0.0.255, then area 0. Okay. Exit. Right. Now go to the router number 4. Enable config T. You don't know what is the route again. So IP route. What are connected as 3, 4 and 40.0. So go to config T, router OSP of 10, network, it is what is network? It is 3 network and 4 network. 3.0.0.0. Then what is wildcard mask? It will be 0.255.255.255, then area 0. Same thing we have to implement for 4 network. Just go here. Done. Now for classy IP address, network 192.168. What is network here? It is 40.0. Okay. 40.0. So you have to match with global subnet mask. It will be what? 255.255.255.0. Then you will minus, you will get 0.0.0.255 and area 0. Okay. Right. Then we have to enter the final router number 5. Okay. Enable. So IP route. So you have 2 routers there, 4 and 50.0. Go to the config now. Config T, router OSP of 10 the process ID, then network, it is 4.0.0.0, and what is that? Classy IP is 255. 255.0.0 minus with result mask, then you get 0.255.255.255 and area 0. Okay. Then what I will do, another class here, write it here, network 192.168.50.0. But the class here is 255.255.2.0, minus it goes on mass, we will get 0.0.0.255. Area 0. Right? So we have done the configuration. Just save it. Okay. Now we have to check what about our neighborship. So IP OSPF neighbor, it is in full state, means neighbor relationship is maintained here. We will discuss it later, what are the neighborship, how, but you just know that how to implement the OSPF routing protocol in your router. Okay. So just go to the hit the command so IP OSPF neighbor, you can check neighborship is in full state. It means that the network is fine. And same thing, first you have to check with to each router that neighborship is maintained or not. So IP OSPF neighbor, yes, neighborship is maintained here. Okay, full state is there. Go to another router of this area 0. So IP OSPF neighbor, you can check state is full, means neighborship is okay. Go on this router, check the neighborship. So IP OSPF neighbor, yeah, it is full, means everything is fine. Now this router, so IP OSPF neighbor, so IP OSPF neighbor, yes, you can check on each router state is full. So OSPF process is happening on in 7 stages, and last stage is that it should be when in full state, then we select the best path. So currently there is only one path is here, there is no issue, but we have to check that this router is pinging or not. So first you check the neighborship, then you have second step, you have to check the route. Now first you hit the command show IP interface page. You already know 10 and 1 network only this router know. Now we have to check show IP route. You can check O means this router know this 2.0 network, 3 network, 4 network, and whatever. You can check 20 network, 30 network. You can just okay. Now it will show only OSPF routes 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's look fine. And you can check here also on this router. So IP OSPF, it's a database checking command is that. So IP route, okay, same thing here. So for filter, enter the command OSPF. Only OSPF route is also just coming here. So this router also know 50 dot network. Go on this router, you have to check 50 dot network is coming or not here. So IP route, okay, filter with OSPF because so many routes are there. You can check 50 network is coming here also, and 1 minute time it is administrative distance of OSPF, and this is the cost, this particular by which OSPF is getting network cost is that. And for this router we have to check so IP OSPF, so IP routes, then OSPF, when the OSPF also will come in. You can check 50 dot network is coming here also, and go here and check so IP OSPF neighbor. So IP route, and it is OSPF. You can check 50 is already know. This router now 10.0 network. So I think now this router will be able to ping with this router. So we have to verify from this end. First I'm hitting the command. It is ping 192.168 10.1 network because this router is 10.1 network. It's pinging? Yeah, it's pinging. Now we have to check this interface, that is 50.1. 50.1. Yeah, it's reaching. Okay, means our connectivity is fine. Now PC should ping. So just go once again to this PC and check. Now last time we have checked from this PC what are networks not reachable. You can check when entering 50.4, 40.4, it was not reachable. So we will check once again what are network not reachable. It was 50.3. So first check 50.3 is pinging out. What is the IP of this PC? IP config. It is 10.3. Now we are pinging ping 192.168.50.3. It will take some time because of the packet tracer. Right? Yeah, it's pinging now. Okay. Now 50.4. Take some time. Yeah, it's pinging. Fine. So we can check from here also. Just go on this PC. It's 50.4. Okay. So I'm going to the command prompt. It's IP config. Now ping 192.168. 50.4 is PC address. It's pinging. Means NIC is working fine. Then go to the 10.3. That is this PC. 10.3. Yeah, it's pinging. And you can check 10.4. It's also pinging. Just wait for some time. Yeah, you can check. Now our router is pinging fine, and now we are able to reach from this PC to this network. There are so many routers are coming here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you do with, it will kind of hopes. But in this case, how many hope are there? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hope are there. But we have the maximum router 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this was the practical about OSPF. I think you guys will just understand something from this video. If you understand something, please watch this channel. I will upload you on daily basis what are the practicals of CCNA course and this practical demonstration. So thank you guys for watching this video.